I'm going to be brief. I'm just up here to say that Automatic is a sponsor for this symposium today. We're really excited about seeing designers embrace inclusivity in their work and in their communities, and we want to be a part of it. So ask me about Automatic later. I'm not going to tell you all about my company up here because we have better things to get to today. But we have some cards for you if you're interested to help you if you're in the beginning of your journey to creating inclusive design, do it more effectively, and some prompts to help you get started. So, like I said, I'll try to be quick here. Without further ado, I want to introduce AARP's Deputy Art Director, AIGA DC Board Member, AIGA Diversity and Inclusion Task Force Member, the 2016 GDUSA Person to Watch, and your curator and your host for today, Miss Diane Holton.
Thanks, Ashley. You guys are gonna have to excuse my voice. I was a little under the weather this week, so I sound a little husky. I actually wish I could keep it, but I'm not gonna be able to. All right, here we go. Good morning. Thanks for getting up early this morning for AIGA's first Diversity and Inclusion Symposia. This means a big deal. This is the first time AIGA is doing this, and we could not be more happy for it. I'm gonna roll through some statistics from the design census that took place last year. So please take a look. Design has a ways to go in becoming truly inclusive and diverse in national origin, color, religion, socioeconomic stratum, and sexual orientation. Yeah, it's pretty shocking, huh? The AIGA Diversity and Inclusion Initiative seeks diversity in design education, discourse, and practice to strengthen and expand the relevance of design in all areas of society. The National Task Force, led by Jacinda Walker, who's sitting right over here, seeks to apply tactical approaches to further advance inclusion throughout AIGA and the profession at large. We're working towards moving the needle, improve statistics, and in doing that, improve the future of design. But even outside of that, as creators, we each have a responsibility to promote equality, use equitable practices, and provide access to many. Sadly, we often exclude people in our creations. Sometimes we're unaware the budget was cut, we lack tools or training, or, honest truth, we're just being lazy. Designers, creators, we need to do better. We need to be more cognizant of exclusion, and we need to combat it. I just want to make sure I had that right. You have to excuse my typography here. As Amelie Lamont said via Twitter, diversity should be inherent in all that you do. If it's inherent, it's visible through action and not diluted. And I highly recommend that you follow Miss Lamont on Twitter. She's amazing, along with Christy Tillman and a few other people. As Miss Lamont preached in a follow-up tweet, as she preached in a follow-up tweet, inclusion is about empowerment and proactive engagement with discomfort rather than a complete wiping out of possible discord. How we do and why we do this are the questions we hope to address this morning. However, before we get to the speakers, let me briefly talk about myself, share a little background and why I was selected to curate this experience for you today. Just so you know, because I'm not, as you guys know, I'm not Michael Berruta, Paula Shea, or even Gail Anderson, so I want to give you a little bit. I know, who cares, but I just want to let you know. I was born in Georgia, and I'm the daughter of Deb and Walt, two HBCU graduates, Florida A&M University to be exact, and my father was an Army colonel. My mom, she was a homemaker, a craftsman. My younger, bigger brother, William, and I grew up traveling the world as military dependents. The result, he became a U.S. airman, and I pursued a career in visual storytelling using publication design as my platform. And while each of my family members helped shape me into the person I am today, I add that our travels across the world shaped my understanding of global connectiveness. Uh-oh. My nails are a little too long, sorry. And they're real. Let me point that out. Let me also acknowledge that I, too, am a Florida University graduate, and by attending this school, thanks to all the HBCU people in the room, I was able to reconnect with my heritage and have a better understanding of being Black in America. I also studied fashion marketing at Parsons, where in addition to learning about the business and polishing illustration skills, I learned how to effectively time management because I was doing both AIGA, working full-time at AARP, and taking classes, and it was hard. And by the way, I did not and was not on Project Runway. But Tim Gunn is from Washington, D.C. Fun fact. What do? So let me show you some of the work I've done. After honing my chops as a graphic designer and page designer at several daily newspapers in the Mid-Atlantic like USA Today and USA Weekend, which was a subsidiary of USA Today, I joined AARP, the nonprofit that advocates for the 50-plus demographic through legislation, activism, and empowerment. As a current deputy art director for AARP Media, I work on the print and mobile versions of AARP the magazine, along with a new e-newsletter vertical called The Girlfriend. So if you're in the 40-plus range, I highly recommend that you check us out. Subscribe. Shameless promotion there. I've spent years researching, analyzing, creating visual content for this audience. And while it's the largest and wisest, it's often the most neglected segment of the US population. There are 150 million people over 50. 38 million are AARP members. AARP, the magazine, reaches 37 million people. And fun fact, the magazine is 99% bigger than all publications. The outreach that we collectively do is insurmountable and valuable. And while I've learned to move beyond empathy and designing for a population I'm not part of, I've also learned I'm the coolest person among my parents' circle of friends. That's real talk there. So let me talk a little bit about AIGA DC. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mira. As an AIGA DC board member, I work with 26 diverse and passionate area DC creatives to make our community better. We are, I would say, I'm going to shamelessly say, we are the heart of AIGA. My chapter is amazing. I've been with it for 10 years, and I couldn't be more proud of what they do on a consistent basis and everything they've taught me. Serving as a diversity and inclusion director, I aid my board in producing impactful events that revolve around Design for Good, Women's Lead.gov, Business of Design, and mentorship. I also help put an endowment in place for the Design Continuum Scholarship Fund, our 10-year-old scholarship that financially supports underrepresented students pursuing a college education in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. These are a couple of our recipients that we awarded this year. I'm not going to butcher their names, so I'm just going to show you the slides. And these folks here actually are people who have supported, you probably know a few of them. They've supported this initiative over the years. The past, I would say probably 4 years, their presence alone has helped us, has aided us in achieving the money needed for the endowment. But really quickly, so you see my background and the work that I do is centered around diversity. From my upbringing that allowed me to travel and adapt to different cultures, to my full-time job, my side hustles, which I did not mention, you can talk to me later about that, and my work with AIGA. That said, I've decided to focus this morning to talk on the disability community, diversity in the workplace, equitable tools, and transgender healthcare. Subsequently, I've chosen to highlight new voices to help amplify and bring new perspectives. So, if you haven't already noticed, this morning is going to be lit for all the millennials who use the word lit. Let's get started. And feel free to tweet me any questions. I'm going to try to take some questions from the Twitter, and some questions we're going to take from the audience here. And for those who, I might call some people out and ask them to come a little forward if need be, but we'll wait.